If you're just getting started with dropshipping, the chances are you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Sometimes these mistakes can cost you your success. In this video, I'm gonna talk about all the mistakes that I've ever made since I started dropshipping and tell you how you can avoid those mistakes. So basically, save you time and money so you don't have to go through the things that I had to go through. What's up, beautiful people? It's Nas here, and I'm so excited to get to this video today because this video is gonna be going through all the mistakes and everything I've ever done that it was just like literally stressing me out and I thought I was gonna fail. So what I'm gonna do in this video, I'm gonna go through 10 mistakes that I've ever made and how you can avoid them so you don't ever have to go through the same things that I went through. So we're gonna go through all the problems and give you a solution. Before we get started, please give this video a like. It helps my channel grow so I can keep making you guys a video. So yeah, but I mean, for real, let's get started. All right guys, first thing that I wanna talk about is your mentality. The chances are the first time you heard about dropshipping is through a YouTube video or some kind of ad on Facebook that is telling you to get started, and you can get started with dropshipping with a low budget or no budget, and it's super easy and you can start making money like tomorrow. So here's the thing, dropshipping is not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. If you've been dropshipping for a while, you know that it's actually more challenging than you think it could be. One of the most challenging things that I have ever had to go through was getting started and thinking, hey, I'm gonna start a store and start selling this product and making a lot of money. But this is not exactly how it works. Keep in mind, if it was that easy, actually everybody would be doing it. So the question is, why is everybody not doing it? Here's the thing, it's just like any other business. I know that this dropshipping business is online, and honestly it's one of my favorite because, you know, I could start a business in my bed, like in my pajamas, so it's fine. But it's just like any other business. You have to put so much work, commitment, effort. And I always tell people, if you're just getting started, you gotta be serious. You're gonna be willing to commit some time and effort. So first thing you gotta get right is your mentality. And in the beginning, I remember I wasn't getting the results that I wanted to, and I was getting so frustrated. I thought it was easy, and I was like, why am I not getting results? And go on and on. Mistake number 2 is not being consistent. And that's not only with dropshipping, but with any business. We can't just get into a business, try for a couple days, or try for a week, take a break for a week, then go back and then do it, maybe not do it. Here's the thing, if you're not consistent, you're not gonna get consistent results. And I even sometimes struggle with that. I get a winning product, I get lazy, and I'm like, I'm gonna take a break, and I'm like, oh, why am I not getting winning product? Because I'm not testing. So it's something that probably all of us are guilty of at some point, but you gotta be consistent to get consistent results. And specifically in the beginning, if you haven't had a winning product yet, and you're wondering why you're not finding a winning product, it could be maybe because you're not consistent enough. So in the beginning, you gotta try to really commit to it like your life depends on it. So you gotta be really consistent, you gotta put effort and work into it. And yeah, mistake number 3 is testing saturated products. So I'm pretty sure every single beginner at some point went on some store and found their winning products and tried to sell those products that have thousands of orders on AliExpress. And one thing I'm guilty of is, I mean, it's true, you might be able to scale some of those products to some extent, but they're never gonna be big or huge winning products. And I'm talking about products that are gonna make you thousands of dollars. If you ever watched any of my videos, you know that I am a true believer that you need to test products that are not saturated and they don't have crazy amount of orders on AliExpress, or there's not that many people that are selling it. To me, I don't wanna have a competition. I know how to make the video ads, I know how to find the products, so I don't wanna have a competition that go against me on Facebook to steal money from me, basically. I don't like to test saturated product, and I think that's something that a lot of newbies do. They get into it and they try to sell all these big winning products that other stores are selling, or trying to steal their products, their videos. Do not do that. It's just such a waste of time and money. Mistake number 4 is wasting time and money on Instagram influencers. So now, keep in mind, I'm not saying that all influencers are a waste of time and money, but for how much time and effort that you have to put in influencers to maybe you find a real influencer with real followers that would actually respond to you, that you might make a couple $100s a day. I think is more beneficial to go and learn some ad platform like Facebook ads, Google ads, or any type of other platforms that are that could bring you consistent money. So here's the thing, I think if you're growing a brand, influencers are great. Sometimes you might not make the money that you want, but you get exposure and you get that, you get your brand out there. But here's the thing, finding the influencers that are legit and have real engaging followers, it's just really hard. It's really difficult. I probably myself spent so much time and money on influencers in the beginning, and I realized a lot of them have fake engagements that are actually hard even to say if they have fake engagements. They all are in engagement groups, and it's just really difficult to be able to monetize and figure out what is a real influencer and what's not a real influencer. So what I would do, I would just go and learn some reliable platform like Facebook ads or Google ads. I would put my time and effort and money in one of those platforms. Number 6 is checking your product quality before you actually start scaling it. I had this experience, I had a really bad experience in the beginning that I found a winning product. I thought it was a great product. I started scaling it really hard just to, a couple weeks later, I'm just getting all these refunds telling me that the product doesn't work, and basically the product was trash. I had to stop my ads. This was such a noob mistake that a lot of people that are just getting into dropshipping would make, because you get excited that you're getting that winning product and you start scaling hard, but then you realize, okay, this product is actually a bad product. I should have tested it myself or sent it to my supplier to test. Okay, here's the thing. I understand that if you order that product, it's gonna take 2 weeks to get to the US. It's kind of difficult. This is what I usually do. I have really good suppliers, private suppliers that I work with directly, that they would test the product for me and they would tell me if the product is good or not. The thing is, they also don't want to go through the whole process of refunds, because if you're working with a private supplier, the chances are they cover all the refunds, all the faulty products, if the product is broken, if it's not received, all those things. They're most likely they be covering all those things. So they don't also want to go through any of that. So it's always good to ask your supplier, hey, can you test this product for me and make sure that it's a good product. If you're still on AliExpress, you don't have a private supplier, the thing is, most of the products that you find on AliExpress, somehow you can find it on Amazon, or you can Google it and see if there's any other places that they're selling it and read their reviews. And somehow find your reviews and make sure it's a good product, because trust me, you don't want to go through all the dispute and all the headaches that comes with it. Mistake number 7, outsourcing on AliExpress instead of finding a private supplier. In the beginning, the first 2 winning products that I had, I scaled them on AliExpress. And here's the thing, AliExpress suppliers are actually dropshippers. When you see they have 5 or 7 processing days, this is because they wait till they have enough orders of that product and then they send it out to your customers. So here's the thing, you do not want to waste your time trying to scale everything on AliExpress. Either you can talk to them, go in contact on AliExpress and ask if you can talk to them outside of AliExpress, or you can also go on Alibaba and message suppliers there. Or my favorite is going actually to big group on Facebook, big e-commerce group or dropshipping group on Facebook, and just type in that you're looking for private suppliers. There are a lot of suppliers in these e-commerce groups that would message you, and they would talk to you, they tell you who they are, what they do and everything. And after a while, when you test out, a couple other suppliers, you figure out who is a good supplier and who's not, and you can make a decision that you want to work with them or not. I personally been working with the same 3 suppliers in the last 3 years, and that's how I actually found them. They're really good people, they're very trustworthy, and they're extremely fast. So number 8 is not knowing my numbers. And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people again make. When you're starting a business, it's really hard to keep track of all of your numbers and know how much your profit is, how much you're spending, all those things. One of the apps that I really recommend, which I don't get paid for, is Accountify. and it's free. The reason I recommend it is because it's free. It helps you track your ad spends, your processing fees, and your cost of goods, so you kind of have an idea of how much money you're spending on everything else. There's a lot of times that I thought I was making a lot more money than I actually was, because I was not calculating a lot of fees. So if you know, Shopify actually charges you 2.5%, I believe, processing fees if you're using their processor thing. Don't quote me on that, I think that's what it is. And if you're using, let's say Stripe, they're not using their merchant and you're using Stripe or Authorize.net or something else, on top of that, you have to pay another 2.9%, I believe. Maybe it's the opposite, 2.9 for Shopify and then 2.5 for the other. So here's the thing, this is actually something I just learned probably in the beginning of this year, which my mind is blown that I didn't know for the last couple of years, is if you're scaling more than, let's say, 50,000 in a month, you need to go upgrade your Shopify to the Plus plan, I think that's what it's called. And basically that helps with your, even though you're paying monthly more, but that's gonna save you a lot of processing fee. I believe it's instead of 2.9 or 2.5, it's like 0.5% or something like that. Don't quote me on that, I don't know exactly how much it was. You can go check it out on the Shopify thingy, or I just put it somewhere right here. And then there is VA fees, there's cost of goods, there's a lot of money that you be spending in your business, but you're not really calculating. So make sure that you have either your Excel sheet or use apps like Accountify or any other apps that you know of. Maybe let me know down below what you use. And yeah, number 9, lack of cash flow because of holds that I would get from PayPal, Stripe, or Shopify payment. At some point, you're gonna get some holds. And if you're just depending on the money that comes from Shopify, then you're in trouble. Here's the deal. I would highly recommend you have a couple credit cards as backups for whenever you need cash or some holds happen. PayPal is very strict. The first 3 months of opening your business account with PayPal, they basically monitor your account very carefully. And if you do something wrong or you get too many claims, they go and put your money on hold. So the holds could be for 21 days, it could be for 3 months, it could be for 6 months, you never know with PayPal. One thing that you can do to avoid PayPal holds is make sure that you upload your tracking number, not just on your Shopify, but on your PayPal accounts. There are apps that you can use, but we're not getting into that. So make sure you do that. But you also need to be prepared that you might get holds. Anyhow, make sure that you have credit cards. I also have a video of what credit cards I recommend for advertising. I put the link down below if you want to go check it out. You can get points, free travels, all those stuff. So go check it out. And yeah, have your credit cards just in case something happened. Number 10 is ignoring Facebook ad policies. This is not something that happened in the beginning because you could get away with a lot of things on Facebook and sell anything and everything in like 2016, 2017. This is something that kind of, became a problem probably around last year. So last year was the first time I've actually ever got my ad account disabled ever. And it was kind of weird. I was like, what's going on? I've never got banned. I don't know what these things are. And that's like the first thing that ever happened. So I wouldn't say this is something that only happens to newbies. It happened to me last year. So one tip that I have for you is make sure that you go to Facebook ad policy and read it very carefully. They're very, very strict these days. And it's not only your ad account. If you have one ad account disabled, it is gonna affect all of your other ad accounts. Now that all of your ad accounts are affected, now you're gonna have to figure out other ways to start advertising. Now you're gonna call your aunts, your mom, your brother to ask for their profile and their ad accounts and stuff. It's such a pain. So you do not wanna put yourself through that. Make sure that you read Facebook ad policies and follow them because it can be such a pain. Alright guys, that's all I have for you guys today. If you need help with your dropshipping store and you want me to help you personally start and scale your dropshipping store, you can go on my Instagram, make sure you follow me, and then go and DM me the word dropshipping. My team will reach out, ask you a couple questions, and we'll go from there. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.